20.98, but 20.04, I mean 1998. Ha, my bad.
Don't do that.
1999, 1998, but 20.04, perfectly fine with controlled the race. To be honest, I still feel like I got a ton more in the tank. We really emphasized not doing too much today. It was kind of almost like treating it like, I guess you could call it a recovery day, but you know, with a hard run at the end of it.
Does the 100, doing the 3 rounds of 100 before this for the first time, does it make you a little bit tired, or does it invigorate you for it?
To be honest, I think it just makes me more excited. Of course, it was really hot out there, and we got done with the race, and I felt drained. But this sun is hot. It's really important to stay hydrated out here today, and I feel like that's kind of been the biggest thing and the biggest challenge is going to be the sun and making sure that I stay hydrated as we go through these rounds, because I've already done the 100 and now I got to go into the 200 with a little bit of a load on, but I don't think it's going to comprehend anything that I have planned for this week.
Could you sleep after that 100?
I did sleep at 1:30, but that was mostly because of treatment. Treatment went long into the night. Well, it wasn't even really treatment. It was really the fact that my food was taking too long to get there, and it took a long time to eat. Yeah, I did get to sleep.
Did you get to do any real celebrating that night, knowing you had the 200 coming?
Let's just say I met up with a lot of the winners of the night before, and a lot of them were drunk. And I was like, oh yeah, not everybody does 2 events. Like, okay, yeah.
What did you think when you got the outside lane here, when you saw that lane draw for you?
I was like, they love to put me in lane 2 and the outside lane. But to be honest, I'm kind of starting to get used to running first. I kind of like it now. I get to set the tone, get to put everybody on their toes, and the outside lanes in the 200, those are usually where I like to stay, so I don't have a problem with an outside lane.
You've been doing the 200 for so long.
Yeah.
What does Lance tell you now going into another championships in the 200?
It's so funny that you say that, because we were walking into the call room, and he was like, all right, set it up, and you know what? You know what to do. Just get in there and do it. Trust and believe. I was like, yeah, coach, I got you. I know what I'm doing. He was like, yeah. So we've gotten to that point where we know each other so well. We know what the goal is. We know how we've been thinking. We're very on the same wavelength. So it's no longer, telling me what to do. It's just, hey, bullet points, get it done.
What did Lance say about the 100 final? Was it like a 10 out of 10 or anything?
Hey, we, he came into the back room. We celebrated. We were dabbing up. He was really excited. And then, hey man, and then as we were sitting down for a little bit, I was like, we got to run another 100. I got to run that 9.7. I'm not okay with that 9.80. It was like, I had way more than to say. He was like, yeah, I got a little greedy too. I needed to see a 9.7 on there. So, I don't know. Maybe head off to Prefontaine or something.
You got a different celebration plan for the 200? I saw the hats with the 100. What do you got for the 2?
To be honest, hopefully we can rip another jersey. I've already said that I'm not ripping a jersey unless I get another American record or a world record. So.
No,
that's the plan.
The Peacock documentary, I read that you were funding some of the production costs of that.
Yeah.
Like, how does that divide? Is NBC, what are you paying for? What is NBC
Yeah,
paying
so at
for?
first it was me and my agent paying everything. And then as the season went on, NBC, we re-signed another contract with Comcast for the Olympic year coming up. I've kind of always, since 2019, I've actually been in contract with Comcast. Usually a lot of Olympic sponsors will drop their athletes after the Olympics, but they really liked me and they said that we want to keep you on for the rest of the years. And we just re-signed and they've funded. Adidas said later on that they would fund as well. I just signed a contract with Visa. I wasn't going to, but then they said they'd contribute to the docuseries as well. I signed that contract. I said anything for anybody who wants to, put money into that. So to where it was looking like everything, now it's looking like maybe like 15% of me and my agent.
Yeah. So if none of those sponsors had stepped in, would you and Bob have covered 100% of it?
We would be funding the whole thing.
All right.
I saw that you posted a bunch of just a quick question. What do you know about the Brazilian culture? Or anything do you like that?
No.
Anything like a food or something that you know about our country?
I know the Olympus was there, and I didn't make the team.
Thank you.
You shared the split of 100.
Yeah.
Full analysis. What did you take from that, seeing those numbers?
The 60 meters. Finally running 6'4" in the first 60. That's something me and my coach said the whole time. He's like, you are a 6'4" runner. If you run 6'4" in the first 60, the race is yours. Nobody's gonna be able to handle the next part of the race.
And finally, we've heard some athletes say that the track is kind of hard. Is that true? What is your impression of it? And having a few races on your body, is there any impact?
You know, to hear you say that tells me that a lot of people haven't run the circuit enough because they haven't been to Shanghai. And that is a hard track. It's literally what happens to Mondo when it's been in the sun too long. Literally, your spikes don't even go into the track because it's so hard. But it's still a very fast track. So hearing athletes say that this track is hard is very funny to me because I would call it, running on clouds, to be honest.
What I know this double would mean a lot to you.
Two more questions.
I'm just curious what it would mean for your Coach Lance, right? Because Tyson was the last American to break, and of course he coached or to do the double, and he coached him, right? What might this mean to Lance?
To be honest, I think I saw a lot of it yesterday, or not yesterday, but after the 100. I've been world champion of 200 for 2 years now, and he's been excited. He's like, hey, that's how I gets it done. But I think he's really, really been kind of fiending for that 100-meter champ again. And there's only one, and it's hard to get. And since the last one he had was Tory Bowie, and it's just hasn't been hitting. And it's been a journey for both of us because we knew eventually we would get here. But to finally be here, I think it actually hit him a lot more. And now that we both know that the double is very much in sight, we're ready to make history.
Thanks, Dylan.
Thank you, Noah.